I've been working night and day, try to find the perfect words to say. Yeah, I've been chasing after, trying to write that perfect chapter. Try to work it out grammatically. I don't spell too good, you see. But I finally made it happen, yeah. I can't believe I made it happen, yeah. Finally got a book in my hands. Yeah, you're looking at a happy man. 'Cause it's finally here, and you're here, and we're here. And it's my live book signing, yeah. It's right about time, and I know. Forget your whining, 'cause we had to reschedule from another day. But here we are again to say, it's my live book signing. I got a Sharpie and I got some books, yeah. Oh, it's gonna be epic. You're gonna watch me sign these books. And after you pre-order this book on HelloMyNameIsBook.com, you're gonna get this signed copy. And that means you'll get to resell it on eBay. On eBay with my signature. It's probably gonna be worth at least 50 more cents than retail value. And now that I think about it, maybe I'll just do that myself. So I'll see you all on eBay. It's good. Anyway, it's not done. That's just a thing I'm working on. What's up, everybody? Matthew West here. It's my first ever live book signing, and we are thrilled to make this happen. This is a pretty exciting time for me to have this dream of this book, Hello, My Name Is, become a reality. And as many of you tuned in, I think it was Sunday? Was it Sunday we tried? And we had some technical difficulties, but here we are. We're ready. We're rocking. And just to one-up things, man, the thought that we're coming to you live and in 3D right now, it kind of blows my mind. I don't know, are you feeling that? I mean, this is crazy. What's that? Oh, we're not in 3D. That's coming in the year 2020. So for about 3 books from now, we will be coming to you in 3D, and you'll be able to sign it yourself with a Sharpie. So, which really doesn't make any sense. But the point is, I'm super excited to be here. I want to tell you what we're going to be doing. This is my first ever live book signing by playing a little music before the night is over, answering some of your questions. We decided we were going to call somebody who has pre-ordered the book and has submitted a question. So you might be getting a phone call from me before our time together is over. We've also got some special guests here. I'm actually coming to you from my house. I'm in my living room. If any of you have followed any of my Facebook Lives, you know this serene setting that my wife has decorated. My wife, Emily, is amazing at many things. And one of those things is picking out a couch with the perfect accent pillows that say things in French. The book does not say things in French. It's all in English, which many of you will probably find is good news. And I bet for 10% of you, that's reason enough to go and pre-order the book right now. It's not in French, guys. Don't worry. You don't have to worry. There is a part about Pig Latin, but we'll get to that later. So some of the things I already mentioned that we're going to be doing. I'm going to be answering some questions, got some special guests. Of course, I'm going to be signing books. I got my Sharpie right here. Now, I bet some of you figure, okay, what's a singer doing writing a book? Chances are it's just got a lot of pictures, right? Well, first of all, thanks for doubting me. Second of all, look at that. Real words on pages. Not even, there's no picture. That means I worked really hard. And so hopefully you won't get to the end of it and go, yeah, he probably should have just put pictures up. But that's not going to happen, because you're going to love it, because I worked really hard. And if you don't love it, don't tell me, because it'll hurt my feelings. So I figure that with the live book signing, some of you are out there, you're doubting. You're wondering, like, hey, Matthew, really? You wrote a book. It's called Hello, My Name Is. Why should I get this book? And that's why I figured I would start off tonight after my ridiculous song that I composed about the live book signing. I figured I would start by ending all skepticism. And what's the one thing that ends all skepticism? If I'm going to go see a movie, I need to see a good review about the movie, right? The same goes for this book. I realize that. Like, you don't have to take my word for it. And that's why I brought a reviewer, someone who's going to end all of your doubts, all of your negativity, all of your questions, all of your skepticism. I have somebody here tonight who loves the book, who is going to convince you why you need to buy this book. So I want you to welcome my mom, Sharon West, to the live book signing. Come on, round of applause from the virtual world. That's good. Thank you. Thank you for being here, Sharon West.
Thank you for having me.
My mom, you know, there's doubters out there. See them doubting?
I do. I see it.
You kind of feel the doubt?
I feel it.
Well, we're going to make that doubt go away.
Great.
So I want you to give the audience your review of the new book, Hello, My Name Is, that comes out on the 18th, that they're all pre-ordering right now.
Oh, I will.
Should we do thumbs up or stars or scale of 1 to 10?
Scale of 1 to 10. I'm going to say on a scale of 1 to 10, you've excelled. You've exceeded 10. I've only read the book 3 times.
You read it 3 times?
3 times. I'm in the middle of the 4th.
The 4th read through?
Yeah, 4th read through.
And does it get better every time, like cheese?
Oh,
like
yes, that.
Like cheese.
Yeah, it's like cheese. Better than cheese. I love it. I think what I love about it is, well, I love the picture on the front. I mean,
I fought the publisher on that because you know how awkward in fact, there's a chapter in here about how insecure I am.
Yeah, it's not your thing.
I didn't like my face being on the cover, but
when it's your child, you do love it. But flaws and all, yes.
So you like the book?
I do. I love the book. One of the things I love about it is the transparency, and I think that's why, you know, I read it online when you gave it to me first, and then I read the trial book, and then I read this book. But your transparency through the whole book is, like, I love it. It just, I think the people are going to love that because they see you on stage, they see Matthew stage person. And this way, when they read this book, they really get a chance to see your heart, see who you are. You. And your sense of humor just comes through. I mean, it's funny.
It's funny?
It's funny. There were times I had a chuckle.
You chuckled.
I chuckled.
Did it ever elevate to a full-on laugh, or was it just a chuckle?
No, there was some full-on laughs. No rolling on the floor, but...
Okay, so I got some work to do in the laughter area. I'm not going to stop writing books until I've got you rolling on the floor. But first of all, Mom, thank you for saying that. When it comes to authenticity, I didn't feel like I could write a book called Hello, My Name Is, a book about finding your identity, about getting real with some of the names that are on our name tags.
Yes.
If I myself wasn't going to take that journey, if I myself wasn't willing to maybe dig a little deeper and go, okay, what's made me tick up to this point? You know, what are some of the name tags that I've accumulated throughout my life, good, bad, and ugly? What are some of the lies that maybe the devil's made me believe about myself? And sometimes, you know, what I realized in the writing of the book is that there's names that have been on my name tag for a long time that even though I've given my life to Christ and I know that I'm a child of the one true King, as the book and the song talks about, in writing the book, I began to discover, man, like, there's residue from old identities and old names that the devil can be really sneaky about and can bring back up. So it was fun to be able to tell a little bit more of my story.
Right.
You know, stories of how I grew up, stories of what I went through, and stories of the name tags that I've had to deal with and really hand over to God once and for all, which is what my hope is for you as you read this book. There was a reason why I picked the book Hello, My Name Is, or this topic, is because in my travels everywhere, in the messages and stories that I receive from people everywhere, I can sense that so many people have this battle. They're wrestling to find out who they are.
Yes.
And so when I sense that, I'm like, man, this is an idea that I can unpack. I believe it's going to help me. And that's how I approach writing a song is if a song's helping me, if a song is ministering to me, then I keep writing it in the hopes that I have a feeling it might speak to you as well. And the same went for this book.
Well, I think with that,
you've even got pages highlighted.
You made yourself very vulnerable. And in what you said about going through the book, and as you wrote it, things kept surfacing. That's evident in the book.
Yeah.
And that will resonate with people.
Good.
Absolutely.
So tell me a favorite part, and then maybe we'll do a little
all right.
reading of it.
All right. Well, of course, my favorite part is chapter 6, Confessions of a Burned Out Preacher's Kid.
Okay.
Okay. And that, of course,
that's my story.
That's your story. And I just could, as I read through it, it was like, yes, that's exactly, and especially coming from a pastor's wife. You know, I understand that life. And one of the things I like that you put in here, my name is Pretender, and you also talked about becoming a professional Christian.
Right.
And you challenged everybody to kind of give themselves a self-examination to see if maybe they fit into that.
Yeah, let me read a little bit of this section of the book called Hello, My Name is Pretender. It says, there are good kinds of pressure, like the pressure that produces diamonds. Deep within the earth, about 100 miles below the surface, extreme heat and pressure push carbon atoms together to form these beautiful stones that hold great value. We all would love for the pressures we face every day to produce diamonds in our lives, but most of the time they don't. But we want people to see sparkly perfection in us, so we do everything we can to present the appearance of a diamond with no flaws. Our goal then becomes getting people to focus on the shine of an inauthentic life while we try our best to keep up. By the way, and then here's one other section here. This is a true story. I know a man who bought his wife what she thought were beautiful diamond earrings for their anniversary. We're talking 2 carats in each ear. These were some major rocks. But the husband didn't tell his wife that while diamonds might be a girl's best friend, hers weren't real. They were made from the much less expensive imposter cubic zirconia. And yes, I had to spell check cubic zirconia when I wrote the book. Nevertheless, the wife couldn't tell the difference, and she showed off her new earrings wherever she went. Years later, when the couple was switching insurance companies, she was asked to get an appraisal on all of her expensive jewelry. It was only then that she discovered from the jeweler that her priceless diamonds weren't so priceless after all. I'm pretty sure that guy is still sleeping on the pull-out couch in their living room. For the person feeling pressure to be perfect, life can become more about appearance than reality. And then I pose this question. Did you know that it is possible to look and talk and act like a good Christian, but be living with a heart in critical condition? And this really talks about, that's a bit of my journey. I write about being a professional Christian. Mm-hmm. And a professional Christian is really a pretender, someone who has learned all the right things to say, all the right scriptures to quote, all the right things to do to make people think, man, he's got it all together. But it's still possible to live that cubic zirconia pretending professional Christian life and not really be diving into an authentic relationship with Christ. And so I actually would say that's one of the main themes of this book is authenticity, right? I mean, our name tags get crowded. They get crowded, and it's about wiping off all the surface names, all the negative names, all the false identities, and really choosing to go, okay, God, I want to go all in for your plan for my life. Show me who you want me to be. Show me how to be the most authentic version of myself.
Absolutely.
And I will say that if there's been an example in my life of how to be that, it's you. Oh. And one of the reasons why I have my mom as a special guest here tonight is because several years ago, do you remember calling me?
Yes.
And telling me I was just beginning my songwriting journey. Several years ago, my mom called and she said, I've been praying for you and the Lord's put it on my heart that someday you're not just going to be writing songs, but you're going to be impacting the world by writing books. And I laughed on the other end of the phone as I reminded her what my grade point average was in school. But this book that we're holding here is proof of 2 things. 1, God is a God of miracles. And 2, never doubt your mother. So, Mom, thanks for being my first guest of the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, a virtual round of applause for my mom. It's 3D, by the way.
Oh, 3D.
No, it's not 3D. She doesn't know what 3D is. It's good. All right, so don't forget your battery pack. I want to now answer some of your questions. Is that cool to do that now? I've got some questions here. I need to sign some books while I answer the questions. Shouldn't I do that? Because it's a live signing, right, guys? We've got this cool nameplate in here where I'm going to be signing the books. And I'm going to start with Noelle from Aurora, Colorado. In fact, can I do this? Can I put this down? Cool. Okay, Aurora, Colorado. Noelle, of all the people you've met and the life stories you've heard, which one to date has left the greatest impact? That's a phenomenal question. I just introduced you to someone who's had a profound impact on my life, my mom and my dad. I've read a lot of amazing stories from people And what you're referring to is the stories that I've been collecting, stories that have inspired the songs I've written. Many of those stories that have inspired songs are also featured in this book, whether it's a song like Grace Wins, Hello, My Name Is, Do Something, or Mended. You're going to get to read the stories behind those songs here. One of my favorite stories that I've ever read is actually featured in this book. It's a story of a young man named Jordan who wrote to me saying, "Hello, my name is drug addict." And he really shared with me about his journey, learning to kind of take off that name tag and realize that he doesn't always have to be owned and be known by an addict. And God has radically changed his life, which is a pretty awesome thing. So do we have time to take some more questions? Is that cool? Let me see here. We've got Jan from Charlotte, North Carolina wants to know, what is your favorite song and why? Jan, that makes me curious what your favorite song is. I'm guessing you're asking what favorite song of my own, which is really hard to answer because the songs are all really special to me for different reasons. But I'm not going to say this just because this is the title of the book, but something really special has taken place since the song Hello, My Name Is came out. And I absolutely love singing Hello, My Name Is every single night on stage. It's one of those songs where the crowd just jumps to their feet and everybody's singing at the top of their lungs. What love the Father has lavished upon us, that we should be called His children. I am a child of the one true King. So that's my favorite to sing, if I'm being honest. Michelle from Ohio says, I have my own story to tell, and I was wondering what advice you have for new writers trying to get started, and what recommendations? That is a great question. Both for songwriters and for book writers, there is no substitute for putting in your 10,000 hours, which is a theory I read from a Malcolm Gladwell book. For me, writing this book was a huge exercise. This is not my first book. I've written, and many of you I know have picked up the Forgiveness devotional book, the Day One devotional book, the Story of Your Life devotional book, but this is my first sort of big boy book. And so part of me really studying and learning, not assuming that I knew how to transfer my gifting of being a songwriter to a skill of writing a book. It just came with work. And part of that work was reading books from my favorite authors and then just going to town, like never quitting. My first draft was never my final draft. So keep writing. Read some of the great writers, classic and modern. But two of my good friends who I admire so much, both pastor at the same church and are both incredible with the books they've written, and I've been ministered to by their writing. Randy Frazee and Max Lucado, of course. I grew up reading Max Lucado's books and have taken so much encouragement and inspiration for how I craft my own writing now. So find your inspiration, but don't chalk it up to inspiration. Go deeper than that and develop a skill. William from Pennsylvania, at what age did you first find your true identity? William, I think I'm still on that search, my brother, because it is a never-ending journey to wake up every single day and decide, and it really is a decision, to decide I'm not going to be who the world says I am. I'm not going to be sucked into the allure of seeking other people's approval. I'm not going to be sucked back to the past and believe a lie about who I am because of mistakes I've made. But I'm going to stand here today and know that right here in this moment, right now, I'm deeply loved, and I'm loved by God, and He calls me His child. Only title that ever matters. And so I guess the beginning of that journey, William, was at the age of 13 when I asked Jesus into my heart. And I did that watching a Billy Graham crusade. And I wrote a song about it. It goes, well, I remember when I was 13, saw a picture on my TV screen, the Reverend Billy Graham and the people singing Just As I Am, and it felt like you were talking to me. The whole world seemed to fade away till I heard my mother say, son, are you okay? Do you want to pray? That became the hour I first believed, and next thing you know, I'm high and flying. And next thing you know, my heart is in your hands, yeah. And next thing you know, there's no denying The next thing you know, I'm a brand new man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And there's a second verse and other parts, but that's my testimony. I asked Jesus into my heart watching a Billy Graham crusade. So, okay, can we introduce another guest? Is it time? Is it time? Ladies and gentlemen, here to ask me some hard-hitting questions, I want you to please welcome to the stage. Is she here? The one and only Lulu West. My oldest daughter is here tonight. Virtual round of applause. What's up, girl? How are you?
Good.
Good? Have you even got a microphone? So fancy.
Thanks.
Do you want to sing for everyone?
No, thank you.
Come on, sing a little something. Sing Amazing Grace. Amazing Grace. No? Okay, thanks. Well, I'm going to brag on her. She auditioned and got a solo in the upcoming school recital, right? And she's going to be singing Amazing Grace?
No, I'm not sure what I'm gonna say.
Usually happens. No? Okay. Okay, here's what's going to happen. You ask some questions, and I'm going to sign some books. Okay? Go for it.
Who inspires you most?
Lulu West inspires me most. Lulu and Delaney West, two of the most amazing kids in the world. They wake up every day with a smile and a joy for life. And I'm inspired every day to wake up and try to be a better dad for them. And also their mom is pretty amazing, and her name is Emily. And we're about to celebrate our 14th anniversary, which is crazy. So I'm inspired by the women in my house, and I want to be better for them. We also have one dude in our house now, don't we? Nick the dog. Do you think people will want to meet Nick on this live signing? Before, should we introduce Nick, or will he go crazy?
He might go crazy, but we could get him.
Okay. Ask another question. Is she talking loud enough? Can everybody hear? Okay. What's the question?
Okay. Who inspired you? Who would you like to trade places with if you could?
Ooh, who would I like to trade places with? You know what would be cool is Chef Mario Batali, because he makes this amazing Italian food, and then I could just eat Italian food all day long and be in the kitchen. But I guess if I was him, he wouldn't be there cooking. So never mind. I would say a manager of an ice cream shop, so that I could eat ice cream every day.
Who is one fictional character you'd like to date?
What? One fictional character I'd like to date? I don't date anybody but your mama, so skip that question.
Who makes you laugh the most?
Who makes me laugh the most? Actually, you and your sister do.
We do.
Yeah, you guys are kind of the answer to every question. You guys make me laugh super hard. Mark, who works with me in our company, he's supposed to make me laugh, but then when we put him on the spot, he drops the ball. Okay, ask me another question.
Okay. Who is the most unexpected person in your phone?
The most unexpected person in my phone?
I think it means like contact.
Oh, that's a good question. I have some cool people in my phone, don't I? Toby Mack's in my phone.
Yeah.
We should call him right now and then just hang up.
Not.
And just say, yes, I'd like to order a pizza. Okay.
Okay. So, who was the last person you called or texted?
Who was the last person? It was your mama. I went running and she called me while I was running and I was all out of breath, and so I had to stop and call her back.
Okay. Who is your favorite musician of all time?
All time? Ooh, it's a super close tie. Stephen Curtis Chapman. I grew up listening to Stephen Curtis Chapman, who you've met.
Yeah.
Daughters go to the same school. You go to the same school as his daughter.
I do.
Yeah. And well, she's in high school.
Oh, yeah.
And then James Taylor. I love James Taylor. Can she read some of these questions too from fans? Let's do that too. Okay. So look at this. This is kind of cool. Like John from Arkansas, read that question.
What's your favorite thing about touring?
Oh, John, I love to go on tour. In fact, when my new record comes out this fall, we'll be doing a 35 city tour. We've been planning it right now. I love finding a great coffee shop in every city. But more important than that, I love what takes place on stage. If all I did was write songs and then record them in the studio, but I never got to come and play them live for people, I would be bummed out, because there's something special that takes place at the concerts. My favorite thing about touring is what happens at the end of the night. Ever since I got saved watching a Billy Graham crusade, I've made a commitment that at my concerts, whenever possible, I would give an invitation as well. And we've seen that happen, right? Every night where I say, who wants to ask Jesus into their heart? Who wants to let grace win? And people raise their hand like crazy and say yes to Jesus, and I get to lead them in a prayer. So that's hands down my favorite part of every day on the road, seeing people come to that aha moment in their life where they get it and they say, yes, you know what? My life is not my own. I know I'm a child of the one true King, and I'm going to start walking in that victory. Okay, let's ask another one.
Sarah from New York says, how many times a day do people come up to you and tell you how much you have inspired them?
Oh, that's very nice, Sarah from Clayton, New York. You know what? I love it. It means so much to me when people come up to me and tell me they enjoy my music. Most recently, it happened at the airport this week. I was walking by. There was a room. You know how they do like chair massage at the airport? Mm-hmm. And there was a lady giving a chair massage to some person, and I was walking by, and she stopped the chair massage. She pointed. She goes, "Hey, I went to your concert." And she's like, "I love your music." And I was like, "Well, thank you. Can I get a free chair massage?" But I didn't get a free chair massage. But it was still very nice of her.
Okay, so Timothy from Iowa says, how do you get teens interested in becoming saints?
How do you get teens interested? Oh, like in becoming a Christian?
Yeah.
Well, I think the broader question, Timothy, is how do you get teens interested in anything? I mean, that's one of the reasons, like, I don't mean to like diss my own ability to write a book, but I heard Max actually say once, like, he writes books for people who don't like to read. And I always thought that was really interesting. Like, I wanted to write this book in a way that people of all ages could consume it and get something out of it. And so I'd like to think that this is the kind of book that you could put into the hands of a youth group or a teenager that you know. And honestly, I mean, who's battling to figure out their identity more than a teenager? I mean, I know my wrestling and my battling as a teenager, just forgetting who I am and not knowing and needing to find out. And especially, I think of all the teens who are, victims of bullying, and being told that they're worthless, or being told that they're ugly, being told that they're not good enough, whether it's at home or at school. Just for them to hear this message chapter by chapter. No. You're not worthless, you're priceless, right? God has a plan for you. He loves you, and he sees you as a one-of-a-kind work of art. That message is really strewn throughout page after page of this book, and a good message for teens. Let's see. We're going to pick one at random. Ready? Oh, boom. Ashley from Mills River, we got a lot of North Carolina coming through. What's up?
Do you still have moments where strong enough applies?
Where strong enough applies? Mm-hmm. My song's strong enough, right? Mm-hmm. You know that song?
Yes.
Will you sing it with me if I sing it? I know I'm not strong enough to be everything that I'm supposed to be. I give up. I'm not strong enough. Hands of mercy, won't you cover me, Lord, right now? I'm asking you to be strong enough. Strong enough. You know this part? I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. And I don't have to be. And I don't have to be strong enough, strong enough. Come on, girl. You got it. You got it. The answer is yes. And I actually write a little bit about it in the book. I write about one of my identities is control freak, and how, I act like I always say I trust God, right? I might even raise my hands in church as if I trust God, but my fists are clenched, right? In reality, as if I'm saying, God, I trust you, but I'm going to hold on to control just in case God messes up. But God never messes up, does he? No. And so that's one of the messages in this book that I've had to sort of unpack is how to go from control freak to the one who surrenders. So hello, my name is surrender. And I think I'm supposed to remind people that they need to go to hellomynameisbook.com while we're doing this live signing so they can get their own copy of this. And I'm going to sign one of these books with a crayon. One book with a crayon. I wonder who's going to get it. Can you give me a crayon, please? One of your fine. Bring me a colorful pen, please.
Colorful pen.
This black Sharpie is bumming me out.
Okay.
Do we have time for more questions? Powers that be behind the camera? We have a phone call?
Wait, there's at least one more.
Okay, can she hang with me? Okay, we're going to call somebody right now. Okay, come on, let's do this. Somebody who pre-ordered the book. We've tracked them down. We're going to call them and order a pizza. Is it dialing right now? Hello?
Hello.
Who's this?
This is Robin.
Hey, Robin. This is Matthew West.
Hi, Matthew West.
How you doing?
A little starstruck right now.
You are?
Hello.
Well,
I am.
this is super cool. I'm actually, to make things even cooler, my daughter Lulu is sitting right here. Say hey.
Hi.
Hi, Lulu. I know I've been watching.
You have? Are you enjoying
the
this?
whole time.
Are you having fun watching this?
I am having a blast watching this, and I hate that my daughter is not home to watch it. She's going to have to watch the replay later. She's at dance.
Well, I think this video is going to spontaneously combust 30 minutes after. No, I'm just kidding. It'll probably live online. So yeah, you'll have to. How old is your daughter?
She is 13.
13 years old. That is awesome. And where do you live?
I live in Huntsville, Alabama.
Well, that's not too far from Nashville. You should have just come and visited the live signing in person.
That would have been awesome.
Have you ever been to one of my shows?
A copy of the book.
That's right. Have you ever been to one of my concerts?
I have.
You have?
I have.
Well, that's awesome.
I've only seen you once, but I can't wait to see you again.
Well, we'll have to make that happen for sure. So one of these books I'm signing is coming to you, okay?
It is, and I can't wait to read it.
Well, thank you so much. I hope you enjoy it. And what'd you think of my mom's review of the book? By the way, it's pretty good, huh?
Your mom's review of the book was spectacular, and my mother's name is Sharon as well, so we have that in common. So I think all Sharons must think alike. I fully appreciate her review. She thinks highly of her son, and I'm sure that it's going to live up to everything that she said.
I don't think I could have found a more biased reviewer. Hey, do you have any questions you want to ask me before we go?
I do. I want to know where you find the inspiration for your songs. I know how difficult it is to come up with songs. I have written one song in my life, and it was the hardest thing I ever did. So how do you constantly come up with such great music?
Well, first of all, thank you. That's very nice of you to say. You know, it's funny, writing a song can be, it was as much of a mental battle as writing this book was, because there's something very intimidating about staring at a blank page. And, you know, I always have this similar battle where I'll start to write a song and my mind will tell me, Matthew, you're all tapped out. You got nothing to say. Anything you say has already been said before. And then I always feel like God just reminds me, yeah, maybe it's all been said before, but not the way I created you to say it. And there's something about that thought that gives me great fire and encouragement to go, okay, you know what? It's all been said, but God's given me a unique voice, and I'm going to just say what God puts on my heart. But more specifically, you may know, if you've been to my concerts, you know that I collect people's stories, right?
Yes.
And honestly, that's been one of the great joys of my life, writing songs inspired by other people's testimonies and stories, because it's endless inspiration when I read somebody being honest and vulnerable and saying, hey, here's what God's done in my life. I just want to share it and hopefully encourage other people. There's something about that really fires me up. So songs like Grace Wins and Forgiveness and Strong Enough, we're all inspired because somebody was brave enough to tell their story of brokenness. And so I can't wait to share. I'm writing some new songs, by the way, for a new record. And I hope you'll enjoy them just as much as the other ones.
I guarantee you I will.
Well, you're very sweet. Thanks for letting us call you, and you tell your daughter that I hope to meet her at a concert, and maybe she'll get a book autographed with maybe Lulu. I'm going to have Lulu sign one of the books too. Maybe she'll get the Lulu sign book, okay?
That would be cool because she is a very avid reader, so she'll probably read my copy, but I will invest in one for her as well.
Well, God bless you, and thanks for being part of this tonight. And I'll hang up, and you can watch the rest of it.
Thanks for calling, and you guys have a very blessed Easter.
All right, you too. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Well, how cool was that? From Huntsville. That was pretty awesome. So, should we take a couple more questions? We got time, and then maybe I'll sing a song.
So Amber from North Carolina says, would you say hi to my mom? I'm getting her this for her birthday.
Amber from North Carolina. You're a good daughter. So happy birthday, Amber's mom. Your mom must be pretty awesome. And here you go, Amber's mom. This one's coming your way. So happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Okay. Give me another one. What else you got, kid? You scroll up. Where's your sister, by the way?
I don't know. I think
Where's Delaney? Is she around? Let's see if the puppy wants to make an appearance too. Oh, sign this one? Yeah. Sign right there. Lulu's signing, guys. Get ready.
Here.
eBay value is about to go way up.
It's not working.
Oh, here, use this.
Okay, that's easier. Here you go.
Okay. So I'm going to read one here. Emily from Alabama, from Bryant, Alabama, wants to know, what was your favorite part about writing this book? I would write a chapter, and then I would take it and read it to my wife while she was trying to go to sleep. And I really enjoyed keeping her awake and driving her nuts. But in all seriousness, I found, just like I was sharing to that woman on the phone, I've been writing a lot of songs inspired by other people's stories. And this book is a combination of me sharing other people's stories, but also sharing a good part of my own story, just like my mom and I were talking about. And I'd say that might be my favorite part, like getting to share with you just bits of my own journey and how far God has brought me. So I hope you enjoy that part of it. Really the ups and downs of my entire life in ministry and what God's taught me about my identity through the process. It was really neat to be able to dig into my own story a little bit. And I felt like I grew a lot from this book personally. So, ladies and gentlemen, what a grand entrance. Ladies and gentlemen, Delaney West is in the house. Come on, we got to cheer for her, guys. Come on. Delaney, tell everybody how old you are.
I'm 8.
Delaney is 8 years old, and she's amazing. And were you outside playing on this beautiful night?
I went for a few minutes.
Yeah, and where's our dog?
Right there.
You want to meet our dog? Oh, honey, you might even get to meet my wife, but she might not want to be on camera. Well, I need this back to play a song. Ladies and gentlemen, here he comes. It's Nick! What's up, Nick? Nick! Yeah! Don't bite, don't bite. Not even. Okay, so Nick. Okay, what do you think of this book, Nick? Sniff this book if you love it. Yes. Hey, someone's gonna get a book with Nick's snot on it. That's added value right there.
I can sign it for her.
This is our puppy, and when did Daddy and Mommy get you this puppy?
For Christmas.
Don't bite me.
Christmas Eve.
On Christmas Eve, and he's still learning not to bite us. He lost 3 teeth in one day the other day. I thought something was wrong. It was super weird. I found these like little teeth, but he's good now, right? And my wife Emily is here, ladies and gentlemen, so say hi.
Hi.
She doesn't want to be on camera. Okay, you will? You'll peek? There's my beautiful wife Emily. Give it up for Emily, y'all. Woo! Okay, take this thing away. Because
Can I hold him?
no. He's crazy. He's crazy. He's crazy. All right, do we have time for a song, y'all? Do the people want to hear a song out there? Is that what they're saying? Okay. Well, I bet you probably figured if a singer's writing a book, it's got a lot of pictures. But instead, it's got a lot of pretty words. Just kidding, I won't play that song again. I'm gonna sing this song for y'all, and then we'll close out our time together. And I'm gonna sign the rest of these books, I promise. And so thank you guys for pre-ordering the book and just for all the support. If you're anywhere near the Nashville area, come and visit me, or we're in this camera now. I'm not sure which one to look at. If you're anywhere into Nashville on Saturday, you guys want to go to that?
Sure.
And then on Easter Sunday, I'm actually going to be singing at the Opry for a special church service. So you can find out more information at MatthewWest.com for that, which is pretty cool. So if you want to make a road trip to Nashville for Easter, come and hang out with me. And how about I sing a little bit of this song, Hello, My Name Is, in honor of the celebration of the release of this book. Have you read the book?
I read the first chapter.
First chapter? Have you read the book, Delaney?
No.
Okay. Thanks for nothing. But you know this song, right?
Yeah.
Whoa, 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 whoa. When you don't know what words to put in the song, when you don't know what the lyrics are, you just go, whoa, 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 whoa. Hello, my name is Regret. Well, I'm pretty sure we have met. Every single day of your life, I'm the whisper inside that won't let you forget. Hello, my name is Defeat. I know you recognize me. Just when you think you can win, I'll drag you right back down again until you've lost all belief. Well, these are the voices. Oh, these are the lies. And I have believed them, yes I have, for the very last time. Hello, my name is Child of the One True King. Well, I've been saved, I've been changed, I've been set free. Amazing Grace is the song I sing. Hello, my name is
Child of the One True King.
Oh yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. What love the Father has lavished upon us, that we should be called His children. I am a child of the one true King. Say, what love the Father has lavished upon us, that we should be called His children. I am a child of the one true King. In all honesty, that is my hope and my prayer for anybody watching this, and anybody who picks up a copy of the book, that you will take ownership once and for all of the God-given identity that's been placed on your name tag. 2 Corinthians 5:17 says, if anyone is in Christ, he is a new creation. The old is gone and the new has come, right? That's one of Dad's favorite Bible verses. And so this is my prayer for you guys. I didn't write this book because I thought it'd be cool to see my face on a book cover. That was not the reason. The reason was because I believed it was a message that people needed to hear, that God called me to write. And so I pray that chapter by chapter, these words, these paragraphs, these messages will shoot like an arrow straight to your heart. And so thank you so much for supporting me, for pre-ordering the book, or maybe you're going to buy it for somebody who you think needs to be encouraged, right? We all have friends in our lives that are going through a tough time, and so maybe you need to gift the Hello, My Name Is book to somebody who's trying to figure out who they are and could need a little encouragement. The most important words in this book are not the words that I came up with. There is scripture throughout this entire book. Because that's how my parents raised me, to know that the most significant words we will ever consume in our lives are the words of God, the Word of God. And so this book is prayed over by my mom, and it's just drenched in Scripture and the truth of who God is and who God says we are. So I hope that encourages you. And let's close out by singing this one last time. Ready? What love the Father has lavished upon us, that we should be called His children. I am a child of the one true King. Awesome. Hope you guys have enjoyed this tonight. My first ever live book signing. So thank you guys for hanging with us, and I look forward to hearing what you think about the book. Hopefully my mom's review won't be the only good review. God bless you guys. Happy Easter to you.